So for this question, the electricity, the utility bill question, usually a lot of people will get it wrong because of the water conservation tax. So sometimes we don't know where to apply the water conservation tax. So this tax is applied on the amount of water used. That means they tax people on the amount of water used. They tax an extra 30%. So trying to encourage you to save water. So that means whatever you're using for your water, right, your bill actually increased by 30% just from the water usage. So that means, right, this is the 30% that we applied to the water. So you can do this part, but you are going to add a 30% tax. So that's the meaning of it. So you can get the amount first. The amount will be 2130, but you're going to add on a tax of 30%. So how much do you pay for water? Pay for the water usage, right? It's not just the 2130. You got to add in a 30% of the amount that you are using. That's why in my working, right, I actually wrote it as a 1.3. So I wrote it as 1.3 times this. Okay, so that is the part that's confusing. Other than that, right, you just need to be adding up this, and adding up this, and adding up this. Then you got to total up everything, and then you add a GST to it. Okay, but some of you just give chunk of numbers, you never tell me which is which. So it's actually very confusing. So during exam, right, at least you write it up. Okay, what is the cost of electricity? So don't just give a 166.19. It's actually very confusing. So what does that represent? So that is called labeling of question. So how much is your guess? So it's 205 times this. Okay, so it's actually easier for your own checking as well. So this is called labeling. That means I label my working. So this is the part that I pay for the water, and then subsequently also the other fee. So the water bond fee, individual item. So water bond fee. Actually, I'm not very sure what is water bond fee. Something like they ask me to pay, I will just pay. Right, and the sanitary appliance fee. So that will be like 2 times this. So how many category do you have? So you can do a check as well. So you got electricity, you got a gas, you got a water, you got a water bond fee, you got a sanitary fee. So these 5 items, you're going to add it up, and then you add a 7% GST. It is not advisable that you do a GST for every component. It's very troublesome. So it's easier if you add up everything, then you put in the 7% GST. Okay, so that is the utility idea. So the confusing part is on the tax. Okay, another one that's confusing will be the taxation. So the taxation part. So just for some of you who are not so sure about taxation, so there is this thing called chargeable income. Chargeable income is also known as taxable income. So there is this formula you actually need to know. Total income minus relief. The relief is like a discount that the government give, knowing that you got to spend on yourself or you support your wife or children. So the chargeable income or the taxable income, right, is what the government will look at. And then they decide how much to tax. Okay, so they will give relief. So in this case, right, you might want to check out the relief. So for this person, right, the total income is, this is the total income. And he has quite a number of relief. So let's go through the relief. He has a personal relief. So personal relief is like he needs to spend on himself. So the government gave him a discount. Then he has a wife relief, meaning that he has to support his wife. So the government gave another discount. And he has 2 children. So the government also give discount because that will be, he needs to support the children. And there will be a CPF contribution. So because you contribute to CPF, they kind of want to reward you. So they take it, they give you a discount. And they also give a discount based on the charity. So because they want to encourage people to do good things, so they encourage by putting it under the category of relief. That will help you to lower the chargeable income. So when the chargeable income is lowered, you actually pay less tax. So if you look at my working, right, I total up all the relief. All the green color one is the relief. So my total relief, if you look at my working, is 3,800. And the total income is 74,000. So in that case, right, the chargeable income will be the 74,000 subtracting the 32,000. So the government is going to look at this income to decide how to tax this person. So with this number, we're going to go to the different bracket. This is called tax bracket. Okay, so this is 41,000. I cannot put it in this bracket because this total is already 40,000. So I should go on to the next bracket. So I should be going to this bracket. So when we go to this bracket, so what does that mean? So you got to break the 41,000 into the first 40,000. So it's something like you split into 2 baskets. The first basket is 40,000. The next basket is only 1,002. So for the first basket, this is the tax. Okay, for the next basket, because it's not a full basket yet. If you look, this is not a full basket. So you go and take a 4.85%. So the second basket is not full. So the second basket is not full. So you apply the 4.85%. You find out what is this amount. So what does this 1940 means, right? So if let's say it is a full 40,000 and you multiply by this, it will give you this amount. So if your second basket is not full, you just take the rate, which is 4.85. So how much tax are you paying? You add up these two. So your chargeable income will decide which tax bracket you go to. And within that tax bracket, you're supposed to split into 2 baskets. The tax rate for the 2 baskets is different. Okay, so that is how taxation works. So in another example, okay, you can check out my working for this part, but more like you need to understand how income tax works. So the next person is a multi-millionaire. So this person earned a lot. Okay, so this person earned a lot. But this is the working backwards. This is the working backwards. So this, he paid this amount for the income tax. He paid this amount for the income tax. So this, so then we got to work backwards based on the taxes column. Okay, so if he paid so much in his income tax, that means, right, the original amount is a lot. So again, are you going to split? Yes, you're going to split, because originally the tax come from 2 brackets. So right now I'm going to do a backward split. So this is the tax. So it should come from 2 baskets. And the first basket should be this one. And this one should come from an income of 160,000. Okay, the other basket, okay, I got to subtract away. So this is the other tax. So this comes from 25%. So this is like 25.45%. So what is his income? So you got to calculate based on this part, what is his 100%? And then you add in the 160,000. So the taxes, if you know a tax amount, the tax amount will have come from 2 baskets. So you got to split the tax according to the 2 baskets and work backwards to get the income. So in this case, right, if this one is a 25.45, that means this basket of income, okay, the second basket of income will be something like 799,130 divided by 25.45 times 100. So remember, the income is split into 2 baskets. The first basket is already 160,000. So right now I'm looking for the second basket. So the second basket of income is 314,000. So what's his total income that makes him pay so much in tax? The total income will be this plus this. So you can look up my working. So if you understood how things work, you can better understand it. Okay, there was one prelim paper. This one came out as a 10 marks real world context. So you need to know how to split the chargeable income into 2 baskets. You also need to split income tax back into the 2 baskets. So this question illustrates the whole idea.